It is Sunday night, and it's late, and I have to go to work tomorrow. And you have to wake up with the kids?
I work.
No, I'm not saying you don't work. I'm saying that you have to wake up with the kids. Yeah.
Yes, kids are work.
Okay, so, oh, look at that. We are showing up now. So we're going to talk to you, people at home. Now, you might not be with us in the chat right now, but you're going to probably join us afterwards, and that's cool. That's cool. I want you to know who I am, because someone just joined us. I want you to know who I am, okay? I'm Anchor Pete. So when you go on Twitter, you type in
Angry Pete?
I'm feeling kind of angry, but just because I'm thinking about the sleep I'm not going to get. Ready? So I'm Anchor Pete, at Anchor Pete 29 on Twitter. Come say hi to me. And my wife right here, Sherry, she goes by Sherry T, right? Because we're not going to say our full names. Idea behind your name at all.
You have to be a parent, I think, to even know what calico critters are.
That one person on there is a parent. It's probably my parents.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, that's how you can find her on Twitter, Queen and Calico. But who cares? We're here to talk about Big Brother, and that's why you're here, right? So Big Brother, season 22. I believe we are at episode, I think it was 17 or 18. That doesn't matter. It's in the description. What does matter is it's Sunday night. We found out who won HOH. And
the date is 9/13.
Thank you. Yes. And we found out who that HOH nominated, right? So, Sherry, do you want to just cut to the chase and tell them who won HOH?
Spoiler, if you aren't into spoilers, maybe don't watch this, but Danny won.
Yes. Danny won. Are you happy Danny won?
Yeah. She's going to make this interesting this week because she has it in for Tyler, and he's in her alliance. So if she goes after him, it's going to mess up their little perfect committee. And I mean, I think they're the only one, the people in the committee are the only ones who have one head of household this whole season. And I would like to see the committee fall apart.
There was one time where a member of the committee did not win, but otherwise it has been. I don't know. But,
Enzo.
Oh, yeah, but he's not like in the committee.
He's like an honorary member.
Might as well be in the committee, right? Yeah, so Danny won, and the competition was like Overdrive or something, right? Was that the name of it?
You keep getting it wrong. It's not even close.
What is it?
Power Play.
Power Play. All right. Well, it's because like there's like little captions and stuff, little subtitles on that poster, and one of them I wrote. Is it gonna like mess up our?
Unstable.
Hold on. Hey, your connection unstable. Let's see if it like syncs up with our voices though. Hi, we love you. Just hold on. We're having a little technical difficulties. Oh, I have to unmute it twice. Aren't technical difficulties awesome? Aren't technical difficulties awesome? Aren't technical difficulties awesome? Okay. Okay. All right, so our voices are synced up at least. Thank the Lord.
Sorry about that.
Our voices are synced up at the Lord. Sorry. All right, so one person that's watching, you can always identify yourself too. We can have a little chat, you know? Anyway, it said that this film is overrated. That's what the sign said. That's why I kept thinking it was Overdrive. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, if you guys are curious as to how it went on that wall, here's the order of the people that fell. Davon, then David.
Wait, can I say something about Davon?
Of course.
Okay. Really, she was not a major person this episode, except at the beginning, and she talked about how she could fake tears. She had practiced it. I forgot the wording she used. It was great. But she just whipped up some tears. She said, no one expects me to win anything. I think that's one of the reasons I stay. And so she just fell off and didn't suffer up there on the wall. And I really enjoyed her little performance. Sure enough, she did not get nominated too.
Yes. Yeah. That's a really interesting strategy. The idea that like people think that she could never win a comp. And so they don't have to worry about her winning HOH and voting her out or winning power veto. Right.
The old, she's not a threat strategy.
Yeah. So we got Davon, then she falls, and then David falls. Ian, who we didn't really see anything from Ian at all this episode, right?
Other than him falling.
Yeah. Memphis, and Memphis's whole thing was, are only 3 people going to be have-nots? Okay, well, I'm the 4th person. I can fall. So it's just showing everyone he's not worried about.
He's not worried at all, and apparently he has no reason to be because, again, not nominated.
Yeah. Then Kevin lasted a good hour and 7 minutes. Okay.
Bravo.
That's nothing to sneeze at. Tyler was only a little bit after him, an hour and 16 minutes. That was then followed by Nicole, Cody and Danny.
Yeah, and Tyler wanted this because this whole episode's about Tyler and Danny having kind of this undercurrent of tension, and Danny kind of knowing that he spilled the beans about her to Bailey and Devon, right?
Yes.
That's where the animosity comes from.
That is.
So she feels like he's either coming for her and he feels like she's coming for him. So it's kind of between them two. They're the ones who really wanted it.
Yeah. And so that was the focus of the episode, but you did see little insights into other people's motivations, right? Like, for instance, Cody didn't want Tyler to get put up when Danny was talking to him about it. Cody felt like that was just bad for their alliance in general. And he also showed his own motivations where he was saying that, hey, you know, if Tyler goes, I'm going to be a big target now.
He considers Tyler somewhat of a shield.
Right.
Yeah, but he also likes being aligned with him because Tyler wins a lot of competitions.
Yeah.
Didn't he have something else about... Oh, I like that Cody actually threw that competition as well. He fell once it was just Danny and Nicole, and he said it's because he felt like it was time for them to get some blood on their hands, right?
Correct.
And I think that's kind of fun and interesting that even though someone's in your alliance and your friend, you know that ultimately they are your competition too. Yeah. So smart play as usual from Cody. Expect no less at this point.
So let's do a little math real quick, if you can, with me, okay? Let's look at the members of the committee.
If I can.
The members of the committee are all there, right? No one's been evicted from the committee, right?
Right.
So there's 6, right?
Right.
So I'll count the women first. So we got Nicole, right? We got Danny. Christmas. That's 3.
Yes.
And then for the guys, we have Memphis, Cody, and Tyler, right? Gender-wise, it's even Steven, right?
Right.
So the thing is,
although Enzo,
oh yeah, he absolutely helps the men, and it's definitely like a bro thing going on with like Cody, him, and Tyler. Mm-hmm. Enzo even admitted before he fell, he's like, "Hey, if Tyler wins or Cody wins, I'm safe."
He was part of the Slick Six as well, so he has relationships with like
Devon
and whoever else.
Right. And one thing that Sherry said during the show was like, "Hey, how come no one ever mentions Enzo or like is worried about Enzo?" You know. Like, people don't really mention Cody, but like everyone has been mentioned at this point.
Not like Memphis and Enzo. Just, I don't know if they're super likable, or I don't know if they just aren't showing it, but they don't seem to even get talked about. There
was a little bit of mention of Memphis in the beginning when like they were like, well, how come he seems to be buddy with Janelle and Kaser?
Well, when he was head of household, they didn't love how he acted, but everyone that's forgotten.
Yeah. So I guess the reason why I was counting the genders and stuff is because, do you think that it'll shift and that the women in the committee will team up, or the men will team up against each other? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you think that the gender might be the thing where the battle lines get drawn?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe, but I think it could get more complicated than that. Christmas, I don't think, is with Danny and Nicole more than she's with Tyler, for instance, you know? So I don't think she's ever going to be I'm just going with the girls kind of person.
Yeah.
I do think Danny and Nicole, but Nicole's got like this close alliance with Cody. She's got a close thing with Ian. So I think even though Danny and Nicole are close, Nicole really is what they say. She's slippery.
Yeah. And the thing is, on their seasons, the characters, they're not characters, are real people.
Some people. Enzo's a character.
Yeah. Nicole and Danny, they seem to go with the male characters. They don't see actors. Oh my God, it's late, guys. It's late. I'm sorry. Male house guests, right?
There you go.
Like, Nicole's always been paired up with other guys, you know, and not necessarily female players.
That's right.
Right. And then I think Danny's been like that too, if I can remember. I think so.
I just know she went to the final 2 with her dad. She played another season, and I can't remember exactly what she did. Yeah. Anyway, but she seems like she would be very loyal to Nicole, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think our daughter would take me to the final 2, or do you think she'd try to evict me pretty quickly?
Well, hopefully y'all have a better relationship. Like, she was estranged from Evil Dick.
Oh, okay, yeah. Hopefully not being estranged. Okay, so what was?
Yeah, hopefully you aren't.
Yeah. So, I guess we could start talking about like who she picks for her nominations and stuff, right?
Right, because there's so much talk about she really wants to get Tyler. She ultimately did not go after Tyler, though, because everyone in her alliance is against that idea. Yeah. And everybody just wanted her to do the, they said there were other fish to fry, and easy choices were Kevin and David, even though she has a close friendship with Kevin and didn't want to. And of course, Kevin was very upset. He cries a lot and
Yeah.
gets very upset.
Yeah.
I did have more heart for him this time than I have in
Yeah.
the past because I've considered him a bit of a whiner.
Mm.
This time though, I'm starting to warm up a little bit more to him. What do you think?
Well, I just like, to me, I always wonder what it's like to be in the Big Brother house and feel like an outsider, because you must.
He does. He's pretty clear about that.
Yeah, because I mean, you must know that everyone else is in an alliance then, and that you're not, and so you must think that, like, oh, I'm gonna go home soon.
Mm-hmm.
It's too bad I'm not in this alliance. Like, why? I think the only thing you can do at that point is try to kind of burrow your way in and make them work against each other.
He doesn't do that though,
No.
and maybe he's just too kind of benign and like pleasant a person, which is good in real life, but not so helpful in the Big Brother game.
Right.
I also always feel a little disappointed in his gameplay because he doesn't try to align with anyone. Like, go make an alliance.
Yeah.
You're always talking to David. He's always talking to.
Right.
He's good friends with Danny, yet they have never talked game. That's the people you need to go talk to.
Yeah. So I mean, well, so speaking of which,
you know, when he was talking about representing the LGBT community, that was touching. I kind of liked it when they show little parts of people like that because it helps you decide if you like them more or not, and if you like what they stand for. And I felt for him when he was talking about that. Yeah.
You know, that's one thing that I've liked about this season a lot too, is that they have these little moments where people are talking about the outside world and how bad things are on the outside, and they're using Big Brother as like a platform, right? And so it makes you like them more. And when you're watching Big Brother, you're always kind of just thinking the most cutthroat things. You're thinking, oh, why did they do this? Why are they, settling for this? But you have to think of all the stuff that they experience outside of the house and in real life,
Yeah.
And it changes your perspective on them. But inside the house, you look at the two people that were nominated, which were David and Kevin, and the show, the way it's edited, makes it look like they're not really doing anything to move their game forward.
Yeah.
Like they've kind of have like plateaued, and they keep telling themselves that they are doing well, but it's really just a matter of they haven't gotten eliminated yet.
But okay, so David and Kevin being the nominees, David's got that power.
Yes, he does. That power is going to rock the boat if it happens. And I think what would be great is if, he waits till after the power veto ceremony. What do you think?
Sure, that would be great. I just don't know if there's a certain time when he has to use it.
I don't know. I think
if anyone knows, feel free to let us know.
Yeah,
Educate
in the
us.
comments. Yes. But wouldn't it be kind of lame if you can't use it, like, after the veto ceremony? I think it'd be like real dramatic.
I'm sure they have made the rules be applicable in the most dramatic way.
Yeah,
it's Big Brother. They're a TV show. They know what they're doing. So it'll probably be exactly what you're hoping for.
Yeah.
But so he's going to eliminate himself for sure.
Yeah.
Right. And he's even already said that.
Right.
Who is she going to put up instead? So do you think it's going to be Tyler?
Well, yeah, probably. But I mean, wouldn't it be cool if he strangely won the power veto?
Tyler?
No. David. Or if Kevin won the power veto and then David used that power and then you had to put up two people, that'd be pretty cool.
That would be freaking fantastic.
Yeah.
And how are you feeling about Danny? She's getting a lot of airtime because she's the HOH.
Yeah, I like her more now than I ever have before. I think I've only seen her once play, and I kind of heard stuff about her season with her dad. But I said this in a couple of episodes, and one thing I want to bring up for you guys too is if this is your first time watching, please like and subscribe, because Sherry and I review every episode of this season, and we do it twice a week. So, we want you to watch our episodes. So definitely subscribe on here so you can join us. But with Danny, I didn't like her even in this season because I felt like she was just part of this group that was just going to mow everybody down. And they're just getting everything their way. But I can see that she is truly playing. She's really trying to shake things up, make things interesting. Whereas a lot of other people kind of try not to make waves. And she's trying to make waves. And I admire that. I admire someone that is actively trying to play.
Oh, she's playing hard. Yeah. And I had read something towards the beginning of the season that she was being kind of a mean girl. And she does seem that way. And I actually think it's something to do with her face a little bit. She kind of has a very pretty but kind of mean face.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
Yeah, sure.
So I think it's easy to think that about her, and also because she is playing so hard, whereas it's kind of the stereotype against women, like if you play as hard as the guys, you're considered bitchy, whereas they're considered professional or whatever.
Yeah.
I think she's just doing what any of the guys would do. It's just you're not used to seeing it so much from the female players.
Yeah. It looks like it might be freezing up on the feed too. If you're still seeing us though, awesome. We're gonna keep talking. It's a little rough. It's gonna happen. You know, we're doing live shows, but I have grown to like her more, and I actually kind of grown to not like Nicole as much, which I think I've said this before too in the feed. When we post our videos, you get to see other people that on different channels that have Big Brother videos too, right? And I saw that there was one that had Nicole crying, and it looked like she was crying in this episode too, right?
I didn't see her crying. When was she crying?
It like her face looked like she had been crying.
I think she looked like she'd been sleeping.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I don't know. I thought that maybe she had been crying.
Maybe there'll be some crying coming up, and we'll see, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, let's just see. I mean.
Anything else? What are the other powers that we need to worry about? Christmas has some sort of like head of household can come back.
Mm-hmm.
And Danny has something. I guess Danny's power isn't going to come into play because she's head of household, and she doesn't need to worry about it.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, it wasn't like super exciting because we kind of knew who would get nominated, and there doesn't seem to be any twists. I don't know.
It's a little exciting. I think it's very exciting that she has Tyler so on her radar.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, okay. So that's one thing that kind of bothered me, right? Is that like with Tyler, he just seems to be ready to throw his game in the trash.
Not anymore.
No, even with her, he's like, if you nominate me, I understand, and I will, I'll be okay with it. And then she's like, okay, let's make a deal. Let's get the committee to the final 6. And he's like, I'll do you one more. You could vote me out at that point, but I'm gonna not vote you out until.
Pete, that's strategy. That's just him strategizing. He doesn't mean it.
I think he's got this attitude of like.
He's got to offer her a good deal so she doesn't put him up for nomination this week.
Okay.
That's why he's doing it.
Okay.
He's smart.
Yeah.
Smart guy.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean,
not wearing a tropical suit this week. Thank you.
Yeah. Do you think that Enzo and Cody, like who's gonna go first, Cody or Tyler?
Maybe Tyler, since he's already on Danny's radar, and Cody doesn't seem to be on anyone's.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we'll see. So, just for you guys, just so you know, we had a little bit of technical difficulties. It's possible that no one's even seeing this at this point, but if you are, thank you for watching. What do you call it? We are gonna do this on Thursday night, right?
Yeah, Thursday at 11 p.m. Central.
Yeah. And then we'll do it Sunday too. So it's pretty much like every Thursday and Sunday night we talk about Big Brother. And I had some questions for Sherry. We try to wrap this up and keep it pretty quick. So like we keep it under 30 minutes because it's late. We have to go to work and school and all that kind of crap tomorrow. Our kids have to go to school. So you want to ask these questions to me?
Questions?
Yeah, go ahead. Ask these questions for the viewers.
Okay, he had told me he had some questions, but okay, I haven't read them.
Yeah.
And it's hard. I'll try to read your handwriting.
Yeah, go ahead.
What if you like Big Brother and Transformers? Okay,
if you do like Big Brother and Transformers, there's a huge audience like that, right? That likes both. I just posted an episode of my show, Ramblings from the Rod Pod, with my friend Brian, and that's available on this channel now, so you can check it out. Okay? Well, here's the next question.
What if you like Big Brother and you enjoyed the Dune trailer?
Well, I'm glad that you asked that question too, because I know that there's a ton of fans of both Dune. Hey, look, we are back. I can see us here. Can we just see if our voices actually match what we're saying too? Let's see. Our voices actually they match. That's so cool. Okay. They match. So you hear that? Like,
it doesn't take much to get him excited.
Yes. For this not to fail is also. And look, someone came back too and joined us. Hey, you're awesome.
I want to read another question.
Read another question. Read another question.
Okay.
Whoa, no, I didn't answer the Dune one. So here's the Dune question. If you happen to like Big Brother and Dune, then I actually posted our Dune trailer review too tonight. So after tonight, there's going to be 3 freaking YouTube videos on this channel in one night. Okay, go ask this one.
What if you like Big Brother and you want to see a tribute to Chadwick Boseman?
Hey, all right, good job. That one is on my other channel, which is the LASSERcast, and that'll probably be on, and that's with my friends Chris and Danny on the LASSERcast.
Is that so?
Yes, yeah.
Is this the last question?
It is the last question, unfortunately. I know, I'm sorry, everybody.
Okay. What if you want to see the movie I'm Thinking of Ending Things?
Okay.
It's on Netflix, right?
Yeah, so I guess you can go on Netflix and watch it. But if you want to see a review that might freeze up in the middle, right, then you can come check us out on Wednesday, right? Wednesday is when we're doing it.
Yeah, we're doing it Wednesday night.
Bat channel. And just so you know, right, all this stuff is always going to be like around 11 o'clock at night because our kids go to bed and everything around 9. Then if we have to watch something, we get together.
If you're
10.
in bed, all cozy, sleeping, just check it out the next morning.
Yeah. Check it out the next morning and like and subscribe. So yeah. So thank you. I know it's a little rough with technical difficulties, but we will be here twice a week talking about Big Brother. Okay? You have anything else to say?
No.
All right, then we're gonna awkwardly say
Bye.
goodbye.